go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo. And I hope you like the show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. Thank you for the Slurpee.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. I'm not really typically a Slurpee man, but the other day I was like, man, I wouldn't mind a Slurpee. But I didn't get it because I have restraint. And luckily I live with you because you, my willpower is, how would you say, vanquished by by your outward generosity.
Well, I went to 7-Eleven, and from the 1st of July to the 11th, they're doing free Slurpee. So not free Slurpee Day, free Slurpee almost 2 weeks.
Oh, right.
So they're free until Monday.
I'll tell you, I kind of had to budget a little bit. Part of the reason I can't get a Slurpee, Carmen. None of those fancy beverages.
Because of what?
Because
you can't afford $2.
yeah. Well, I mean, dollars add up to pennies, add up to dollars.
Well, you don't
dollars
get
add up
Slurpee.
to...
Like, I can't have a Slurpee every day, but once in a blue moon, damn.
Anyway, so we went on this trip we talked about last week, and whenever I travel somewhere, I know that sometimes you accumulate things as you go from place to place. This happens if we go to like a concert or something, or just anything. You might want a souvenir shirt. You might see a hat you like. So typically I take clothing that's kind of on the last legs.
I know. I don't understand it exactly, but I know what
I take like t-shirts and underwears, socks, the whole thing, that are, it's about time for the trash, and I just leave them at the hotels.
Yeah, this last trip, you were just like, oh, well, I used these underwear and I just threw them in the trash. And then I think by the end, you didn't even have no more underwear. It's like you didn't bring enough.
I had just enough.
And then you throw them in the garbage.
Yeah, I had just enough to get through. But then whenever we got here, I didn't realize that how few pair that I actually had here.
Now you're looking dumb.
And I was like, wow, I don't have enough underwear. And I've made the change. Typically I've been like a Hanes guy. We talk about the comfort strap that never, with the little fabric on the thing that they never fit right. Well, I see these advertisements for Duluth Trading Company, and they talk about the underwear. They got this like cartoon man, and he's like buck naked underwear. Feel like you're wearing nothing. And then they got these armadillo, like armadillo, but it's chill. They got like jade sewn into the fabric, so it's like gives you a cooling sensation when you wear them. And these, if on sale, you can get them for about $15 a pair. But if they're not on sale, they could be
$30, yeah.
$20-$30. And I went through the dilemma of, is it acceptable to spend that much for a pair of underwear?
I don't personally think it is.
Well, I called my buddy Ian. He seems to typically have a pretty good level head, and he said, yeah, go get the nice underwear. He said he wears nice underwear now. Said the wife was like, they look good, they last longer. You should get the expensive stuff.
The nice stuff.
And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, it's closest on your body. It's kind of like the most important thing in your wardrobe, right?
Maybe
why
for
not?
a guy, yeah.
People buy $50 shirts.
For a girl, a bra is probably the most important thing.
Sure, and that's the underwear.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, you guys don't get it. You know how much bras cost?
Yeah.
We have no choice because the titties are on our chest. So we have to buy the bras. Where you have the choice to buy cheap underwear.
Right.
I don't have the choice to buy cheap, like, I can go to Walmart and get some sports bras.
Right.
For cheap. But if I'm going to get like a nice bra and I go to Victoria's Secret or something like that, $70 a pop. My mom, big as my mom titties is, $200 for a bra. That shit is a mandatory fee. Like, I told you, my auntie, she just said, fuck it. She just don't wear bras. They too expensive. She can't afford it. She was like, fuck that shit. Like, girl, your titties everywhere. She come to party there.
Free roaming.
Free roaming. And they too big to not have a bra. But, like, they so expensive. And you know how it is. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford.
Sure.
So at least you got an option.
Yeah. So I've been slowly, accumulating these underwears, the expensive underwears. I don't buy. They're most of the time they have a deal. It's like buy 4 get the 5th free, and that's a week right there, right? That's a week of undies. And I went to
5 for 7 days is a week of undies.
It's a work week.
Okay.
Yeah. And what? You don't wear underwear on the weekend, right?
No, I do.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I go to the register, and the lady, she was like, oh, because I got the short brief and then the regular brief. And she's like, you got 2 different kinds. And I said, yeah, I know. And she's like, oh, have you bought these before?
Girl, what does it matter? You ain't got no nuts.
She's like, have you bought these before? I said, yeah, I've bought them before. And she said, what's your phone number?
Damn, now she wants your phone number too.
So I give her my phone number, and she puts it in the thing. She's like, oh, you're not in our system. I said, yeah, I don't want to be in your system. And she was like, oh, okay. She said, you got 2 pair. You don't want to get 2 more to get the 5th one? I said, no, I can't spend $100 on underwear right now. Not today. That's ridiculous,
Oh, that's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
$60 is like, okay,
$60 is okay.
But 100, like,
$100,
okay.
I can't really do it. One of them was on sale. The other one was not. That's how I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to build it up. And once they're built, you just get like one a month or something. Yeah. A week. Every 2 weeks, get a new pair. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, the next time we went out, we went to Walmart, and I said, well, I'm going to pick up a new bra and maybe a new sports bra and maybe pick up some new underwear, some of the pack underwear. I like the little boy short things. So I was like, all right, well, let me get these underwear. And the problem is, I don't know what size underwear I wear. So I'm like, okay, because they be like small, large. When you go to Walmart, the pack shit. It's like, all right, well, I think my ass is a little bit bigger than a medium. So I'm going to get the large. And I was like, perfect. And so I get the large, and then I come home, and they granny panty boy shorts, they too fucking big for me. So apparently I am not aware of myself. Apparently I'm thinking my ass bigger than, or maybe I just don't know what a Walmart large is. Either way, I got these large ass granny panty boy shorts, and you think they're gross.
And they're disgusting. They're the worst things I've ever seen.
But they brand new underwear. Like, who cares?
Yeah, but they look dingy. They look.
They don't look dingy. They're brand new. They look
They just
too
look
big.
saggy, and they look like they're worn out because they are so saggy. That's the problem.
But they brand new saggy panties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes them look old.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? Throw them away?
Throw them away.
No, Kurt. Who cares?
Go on a trip.
I mean, sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie. But other days, it's like, whatever. I can use them as shorts and just hang out.
Right.
I don't even have to. So, I don't know. That's funny. You the underwear man now.
Yeah.
So, I had a long day at work, and then on my way home, I was like, all right, well, I'll stop by the store. I'll stop by 7-Eleven. And I'm in 7-Eleven getting your Slurpee. And I'm standing in line to get this Slurpee. And this older lady, little old white lady, she walks up. And she comes up to the counter and she's like, are you going to buy something? And
Talking to who, you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You see me in line.
Right.
She want a cut. So she's like, are you going to buy something? I'm like, you see I'm standing here in line. Your turn is after mine. That's how things work. Like,
Right.
it's basic shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's just pushing her way ahead. She but the guy know that I'm there first, so he's ringing my stuff up before.
The short
she's
guy?
already, yeah, so she's already ordered her like cigarettes and all that, and then like she puts her money on the counter. Like she's already like, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Whatever, who cares? I don't got time to argue with it. It's gonna take me one extra minute. I don't really care that much.
I feel like at that 7-Eleven, you constantly have to battle for your spot in line.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it's another day, it's fine. But today is just, I'm tired.
It's hot outside.
Right.
Yeah. You just got off work.
It's just like, lady, I don't got time to be having confrontation with you cutting in front of me. Other days, I might be like, rude, you know, I might say something, but today I was just like, just whatever, just cut if you want to. If you want to cut that damn bad, just do it.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Hey, I just want to let you." She was like, "I'm so sorry." You're not sorry. You just did it.
You knowingly did it.
You knowingly did it, and now you're apologizing. She's like, I was like, girl, I do not care today. Like, I just don't care. And she was like, I'm not one of those. And I was like, you're perfectly fine. I'm not like, and she was like, yeah, but I want you to know that I'm not one of those. Like, girl, ain't nobody call you a Karen. Why are you freaking out right now? She's
you
like,
think that's what she meant by one of those?
That's exactly what she meant. I just want you to know that I'm not one of those.
I might have done what one of those do,
but
it's not me.
And she was like, I was like, okay. And she was like, but I'm not. I was like, all right, girl, I just want to get the fuck out of here and go. At this point. Like, nobody called you a Karen. Nobody said anything. Why are you thinking that people are thinking that about you?
That's weird. Because she probably thinks that's the way of herself. She's like,
exactly.
That was a total, like, Karen move.
Oh, I definitely did a Karen move. And I don't want her to think I am because I'm not. I just did what a Karen does.
The funny thing is about the people order stuff, you know, and then they got that super oven in there. They heat up a frozen pizza in 3 minutes. So you have people waiting. So you don't really know if people are like in line because they'll kind of
it wasn't enough
meander
people in there for her to be confused. She knew what she was doing today.
And they got the sometimes that short man when he's working, he'll work both the registers at the same time. He'll go from one to the other, the one from the other. So you're like, is that guy going? Am I going? It kind of becomes one line, and then you have the issue with the aisles, right? And it's the same problem with the Walgreens.
Right.
So the Walgreens, basically, there's one like queue. Like there's everybody at the register. Typically at the Walgreens, there's one register working. There's somebody stands like directly behind that, and then it's like split by like items, like stands of stuff. And then people are supposed
that gets confusing.
People are supposed to go like around that way. But then people come from the short end and they try to merge with the people that are already in line. So then you see like the 6 people over there and you're like, "Oh, I'm the one." But sometimes people will just wait until the 6, but then the one gets in line where they're supposed to in the 7, but then the person over here that's in the 6 is like, "Hey, I'm the 6."
You know how those issues, because when I worked at the breakfast spot that's by our house, one of the issues that they had, and it's the same issue that happens in a lot of places, there needs to be more signage in spots like that because people don't know exactly what they're supposed to do. And and everybody doesn't learn the same way.
Right.
Everybody's not on the same accord.
If you have like a barrier or something on that side, see what happens at the 7-Eleven is people start to go into the aisles
and then around
the aisles, and there's 2 aisles that you can go to. Sometimes they go through where the coffee is.
Yeah, so now you got huge
sometimes
lines
they go through
down
where the
both
chips
the
are.
aisles, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
They don't, because there's no signage. There's no like way of controlling it.
Yeah.
They're not even trying to control it. They're just
Madhouse.
like, who's next?
7-Eleven's a madhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would, okay, so when the pandemic happened and they put all those things on the ground for people to distance, it was perfectly fine. People understood it.
Yeah.
But now that that's not happening, people are going back to the old ways, and there's no signage to say, hey, the line swings this way, or there's nothing like that. So literally a little bit of signage helps traffic when it comes to doing large volume of people.
Right.
You just need some signage.
Just need some signs.
That was the big thing when I worked at the breakfast spot, because they were like, people would be like, is the coffee unlimited? Do I get it myself? Do you guys, like, people are confused.
What's
I'm
the
like,
deal with
nobody
the
knows what's
because
going
it's over
on.
there. You got to get the cup.
Right.
And then
okay,
you go
don't
over
get
there.
it. They was like so
But
confused.
if you order a special coffee, you gotta wait for it.
It's like, can somebody tell them what they and that was the biggest thing with the reviews.
But you don't wait for the coffee at the table when it comes for your food. You
Right.
gotta stand by the barista and then
over
wait for
there
them to
because
hand.
she's putting the coffees out,
Right.
and she ain't bringing them to tables.
She don't take the coffee to get tables. So you're waiting for yours. You want a table because you're gonna eat there, but you can't grab a table because you're waiting for your double.
Right. So now one
double
person got to
milk
go grab the table, and one
macchiato.
person got to wait for a mess. And it's like that was the biggest review that we got, like the Yelp reviews and things like that. The biggest review was like, we don't know what to do there.
What do you do?
What are you supposed to? Where are you supposed to stand? Where are you supposed
It's
to do
so
this?
confusing.
Just a little bit of signage helps that. I don't know why people have that issue. I know signs cost money, but you can make that shit right in your house, in your bedroom, and just write a sign that says this. Like at my job, I asked because I know in the beginning we used to put on there what time we open so that people wouldn't walk in before we open expecting to sit down and eat.
Right.
Somehow with all the confusion, there's no time on the sign right now. Maybe they wanted to make it classier and didn't want to put times on it, like whatever. So now they have to deal with people literally walking in at every time. They don't use their Googles. They just come down in the morning. It's 7:00. They come in and they're like, okay, breakfast. It's like, we're not even open. What time are you open? It's like a little bit of signage helps that situation so we don't have to deal with people being angry every morning. Little bit of signage. That's all.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just a
people need direction. People really need direction. Like I'm learning that now. That like people need direction. They be struggling. Like you gotta tell people.
You gotta tell people what to do.
Yeah.
You gotta realize everybody's been told what to do all their life. That's what people are. They need to be told what to do.
Some people still need to be told what to do.
Yeah. I think a lot of people. I think that's pretty standard that people need to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some stuff is silly because I think everybody like what you might think is common sense might not be common sense for another person. But it's like if you just put up a little bit of signage, it kind of helps people that don't have as much common sense. Like, because you find more people with no common sense than with it, especially in the service industry. Jesus Christ, this lady, she's like, I'm not fat. She was like, I just want to tell you I'm not fat. And I was like, girl, like, I just want to get my stuff and go. Why are you tripping?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's crazy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so we need to discuss this. We need to have a conversation about this whole situation.
What is it?
What's going on with the Brittany Griner?
She went to Russia with some drugs.
And now she's stuck.
Yeah.
Looking dumb. They said 6 to 10 years that she's facing. She has multiple offenses against her at this point. So legally and first off, like without that aside, this is another country. They can do whatever they want to. We don't control it. Ain't like our rules work for them because everybody's like, why are they doing her like that? They can't. And I'm like, but they can.
Right.
Their country has different rules. We don't control that. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
So, especially when you got a dictatorship, like that's how it works. This is the rules. This is how I want things to run, and this is what you do. We don't accept this here.
Right.
So now, so she took 2 THC pens over there. They found them in her bags, and it's probably part of it is because the war and all that going on, and they probably like Americans check them extra. So she then went over there with 2 THC pens, and now she looking dumb. And they said the holding cell that they had her in when she was waiting for, to go to court is 6 foot, and she's 6'9".
Right.
So she can't even stand up in the.
That's the bone. She shouldn't be so tall.
You looking dumb as hell. I know she I know she regretting that
Could
right now.
you imagine not being able, just the comfort to stand up?
Up? Yeah.
That's good.
Well, first off, you too damn tall.
Yeah.
Like, that's already an issue. Like, why are you so damn tall in the first place?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just know that she's stuck over there. Everybody's been talking about it. When I went to the bar with friends, they had a whole montage of her and all the people supporting her team and all that. Like, free Brittany Griner. It's like,
yeah. When she broke the law.
Yeah. She, it's not that hard to not get in trouble.
Right.
Just don't, you've been over there multiple. what I tell people is I'm pretty sure she probably did it multiple times and didn't get caught.
Yeah.
But with the climate of everything right now, they extra checked her and then she got caught.
Right. Maybe. There's an old movie. It's called the Midnight Express. It's about a guy who he tries to come back. I think it's like in like Turkey, and he comes back with a bunch of hash, and he gets caught at the airport, and then he goes into their prison system. It's based on a true story, actually, and
Right.
he ends up like escaping. Spoiler alert from the 1981 classic
Yeah.
Midnight Express. It's a pretty good movie. But it's, when you think of the Brittany Griner thing, you're like, it's kind of like the Midnight Express. Like, it's the exact same thing. Like, he's all like chewing gum and sweating. Was she sweating in the airport? I don't know.
She looked, well, in the middle of it, I don't think she was. I don't think she thought she was going to get caught. Like, people say, like, is it that fucking important to have weed over there? Like, you just got to bring weed that bad that you couldn't, like, and like I said, first off, she probably didn't get caught the first, because she's been going over there for like 7 years now.
Right.
So she probably never got caught, so she was like, I'll do this. But my little sister, would definitely be the one to do it. She got to have her weed. And so she's going to smuggle it over there. And she's going to try to figure out a tricky way to try to get it over there or whatever, Brittany Griner is trying to say she didn't know it was in her bag. Like, that matters.
Right.
That matter. You didn't know the drugs were in your bag. Did you put them in there? Yeah, but it was like, girl,
Right.
you're not going to win. And then on top of that, she's gay. That's an offense over there. That's illegal. You can't be gay in Russia. So now you got another problem on your hand. She hourly supported the Ukraine. Girl, they about to, you ain't about to come home.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And the NBA season is already going on right now.
WNBA.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Damn. The Women's National, what is it?
Basketball Association.
Yeah. Why can't it be NBA for both? Why do they specify
One of them
women's?
has women. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was talking to Christina, and she's like, it's not fair. They don't get paid over here, and they got to go over there. And I was like, Christina, all growing up, when I was in gymnastics. So we got invited to a lot of, like, sports games and things. Like, that was one of the perks of being on an AAU team and, like, being part of that. You get tickets to games and things like that. And I was like, we went to WNBA games. The Shocks is big in Detroit.
Right.
We went to those games all the time. And I was like, the stadium is never full.
Right.
It's
not
actually super empty. I don't even think they charge the same for nachos.
And that's not just a WNBA thing. Like, NBA players go overseas and play.
Right.
Basketball,
Like the
too.
bench players and stuff
Right.
who don't make much, they go over there.
Yeah, they go over there and play.
But, like,
There's a whole circuit for it. They
But
go
she's
play
the
here,
equivalent
they'll
of
play
like
here.
a LeBron. That's the where things get weird, because she's the biggest player in the WNBA, just kind of like how LeBron is like the biggest player right now.
Right.
But she gets paid considerably lower than him.
Right.
All that, like, she don't get nothing that he gets,
Right.
and she's still stuck over
But
there.
if people watched it,
right.
like, when was the last time you saw a WNBA game
Boy, I don't
on
watch that
ESPN? Just on ESPN on TV.
No, I don't watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you I used to go to the games. It's so
when
boring.
was the
Ain't
last time
nobody
you even
there.
heard about the WNBA until Brittany Griner got arrested?
Lisa Leslie? That was years ago, though. Lisa Leslie ain't been popping for a while.
Well,
But she was before Brittany Griner.
I don't know. If they made money, they would make more money.
Right.
That's how it is.
That's just what it is. They don't fill the seats.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been to multiple WNBA games, and they're never full. And it's not regular not full. It's like very noticeably empty.
Right.
It's like that kind of sucks.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Well,
We went to a Mariners game. It's their hockey like minor league hockey team here in Portland, Maine. We went to a Mariners game, and it was pretty much empty in there. And it was like one of the last games of the season. You know, it was supposed to be like a big deal.
Does who care about the damn Mariners?
Right.
Are they in the league?
Not the NHL, but
right.
But they're like under
Underneath
them
that?
somewhere. Like, there might be the one under, maybe.
They're the minor league.
Yeah.
Don't nobody care about that.
Yeah, but still, they do.
Yeah. I don't know. But they don't fill no seats, so
Right.
they're still not gonna make nothing.
Right.
It's like, damn, you making the same amount of cook make to run around that damn.
But you get to play hockey.
Right.
Right.
You get to do what you love.
Right.
What was that other sport we were talking about? What we were talking about, and I was like, well, what's the next step? And you were like, nothing.
Softball.
Softball. The girls that play softball. I was like, what they go? What they do
when we were in
there?
Ohio, that we were watching. Oh, I can't remember who they were. But
It was a college softball
yeah,
team.
it was a college softball team, and it was like supposed to be like a big game.
I'm like, okay, so this is a big deal for college softball. What do these girls do after that?
So they coach.
Okay, but all of them can't coach. So now he was like, well, it pays their way through school. But like, why would a college have a scholarship for a person to do something that
Right.
doesn't get them anywhere? Does that make sense?
I don't know. And then we looked it up, and then there is a newly formed league that I think this year is like the first year.
It's a 2-month
Yeah, it's like a
season?
2-month season or something. Yeah, and so look that up. Look, a new professional women's softball. It's pretty interesting. Like,
Yeah.
it's like from
This is
August
no
to
money.
something,
There ain't no money being made. They losing money at that point.
right. But that it said like on their mission statement when I looked that up, it was like to give women softball players an opportunity to make more income. It's like exactly what it said. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, because after that, they don't really go nowhere. They just
Right.
kind of fizzle out.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you a coach. You got to really love it to be like, I'm a coach women's softball
Mm-hmm.
and make however much money I make.
Right.
It's like, that shouldn't be a sport if you can't get nowhere with it.
Why?
Because you can't get
It's just a game, Carmen.
But why are you getting free scholarships in college if it doesn't go any further than that? Why are you paying people?
Because
I don't get it.
the school gets money off of that stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
People buy tickets to go see the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can go to school for free and then we'll make the little money off you.
Right.
So silly.
That's
It's
how
the
it works.
silliest thing. That ball too big. It's a lot going on.
So we have a system here where we try not to have. You say I have a lot of things, but we try not to have too many things. And
As far as what?
as just anything.
What,
right?
in the house?
Yeah, in the house.
Well, I'm not.
You say
I'm
I
not the Grinch. I'm not trying to stop you from having your things, but like we in a smaller place, so it's kind of hard to
Right.
like.
So our eating utensils.
Yeah.
We got 3 plates. We've got like 3 of everything. We have more cups now than we used to. But it's because I turned some jars into cups and stuff like that. But we have 3 knives, 3 spoons, 3 forks,
Right.
3 plates,
Right.
a couple bowls.
And the third plate is because your friend Ian came in town and we needed an extra fork for his. We probably should buy extra
we need-
spoon
yeah, we
or
need an
something
extra-
so he can like have something to eat with.
But somehow we ended up currently we have 2 spoons.
No, it's a third one.
No, we have 2 spoons.
I noticed.
And
that
we
one.
only had 1 fork at one point.
Kirk, I don't know where they go.
Where do you do with these spoons and the forks, Carmen?
I don't know what's happening to them. I don't know where they're disappearing to. I guarantee you, if once we move and we start pulling,
Oh, we're
shit
gonna
off to
find the
clean-
fork?
Yeah, we're going to. It probably popped underneath the stove or something.
Maybe.
I didn't throw it away.
I think you're pretty quick to throw things away on
think I
Tuesday when
mighta-
it's trash day.
Right, it might have been in one of those containers in the refrigerator. I don't know, something. But I don't know how that happened.
Well, I went to go get, since we had 1 fork, I went to go get 2 forks. I went to the store to get 2 forks. And go to there's this really nice kitchenwares place
Yeah.
called LaRue. And they let you buy your utensils like piecemeal. So I got the 2 forks. I go to the thing and I'm just buying the 2 forks. And the woman at the register, she was like, do you need a bag for your forks? And I said, no. She was like, okay, well, and enjoy
Have a
your
good day."
forks.
Right.
Like, and then because it's so close to the house, I just walk there. I'm walking around the city with these 2 forks
In your pocket?
in my back pocket. Yeah.
Why didn't you bring your bag?
I just didn't. Because it's getting hot, Carmen.
The bag
And,
is hot.
Yeah, well, I put the bag on, and then I sweat where the bag sits.
It's ridiculous right now. I've been hot all day.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hot since 6 o'clock this morning. It's ridiculous. It's like I go into work, I'm hot. It's so muggy and just hot right now. This is a hot summer.
It's a hot summer.
Yeah.
It hasn't even started yet. We're not in August.
I know. Shit.
It's okay.
I'm just ready for the winter time.
You want the winter again?
I need some type of. I need the fall to come. I need some other. Like I'm okay with fall and spring. That's perfect weather for me.
Perfect.
But like the summer is too hot. The winters are.
Anywhere.
The winters are not too cold for me. It's just snow on the ground.
35 to 60. That's my happy place.
35. That's
35,
too cold.
35 to 60. Nope. That's the perfect. 35 to 60.
60, but no, under that. Just 60.
You
is
just
fine.
60? It
Yeah.
can't just be just
just
60.
60.
No.
Yeah,
because
that's fine.
It's got to be cool at night.
But 60 is not
Okay,
too warm.
what about
not
40 to 60?
No.
Just 60?
40 is too cold.
40's too cold?
Our air conditioner don't even go down to 40.
No, why would it?
Because it's too cold.
Yeah.
That's the point. Nobody needs to be at 40. Like, that's too
I know,
cold.
but 40 is reasonable.
I don't
You
think
can
so.
put on a hoodie and be fine at 40.
No, I need
Yeah.
a blanket and a hoodie.
Okay.
Like, Kirk got me this blanket, the heating blanket that you plug in.
Right.
It's like, that's what I need if it's 40. I had to plug that thing in.
Right. You didn't really use it, though.
I used it a good amount. I used it a good amount of times.
Yeah.
I mean, I always leave it on and then fall asleep, and then I'm fucking burning up when I wake up.
Yeah, you'd be all
God
sweaty.
damn it, I'm all sweaty because the
Yeah.
heating blanket is so hot.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Sweaty and gross.
Yeah. But yeah, I think a cool 60 for me is perfect because there's no bugs and it's not too hot, not too cold. 60, maybe a 65. 80 is too much,
80's too much.
especially in the kitchen. 'Cause right now, we have air conditioner and it's still
You would
not,
think that, like, you would be fine at 98, right?
What, considering we got air conditioner?
No,
in it?
considering that's supposed to be your body temperature,
Oh, no, hell no.
right? Like, wouldn't you
That's
think that
your
you-
body temperature. That ain't nobody else's.
What do you mean?
That's not.
No, the average temperature is 98.6 degrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that's mine.
Okay.
I think that's yours. But I have to be under that for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I get what you're saying. That's you think you'd be fine at
You
that
would think you'd be
temperature.
fine, but it's like 80 is like just like where it's like just kind of unbearable almost. you
Well,
know?
with the humidity too. So
Yeah,
you
the
add all
humidity
that
also.
stuff in, and then you add in the fact that the tourists are walking in the street every fucking where, in the way, walking slow. So if it's hot outside, you walking down the street and it's 80, and then you got tourists standing there. It's like, oh my
See, that doesn't
God.
bother me. I don't. It's tourist season. I'm not going down to the
Yeah.
area right now.
But I mean, I work downtown, so even coming home through the park is people everywhere, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God, like move out the way.
Right.
I just got yelled at by this homeless man. He's like, "What? The sidewalk not big enough or what?" I was like, "I'm sorry, because I was in the way.
Oh, you
I
were
was
in his
standing
way.
there like a tourist, just looking at my phone, and he wanted to get past, and I was in the way. And he's like, "Oh, the sidewalk must not be big enough, huh?"
Hmm.
It's like, sorry.
Why couldn't he get out of the way?
He was angry that day. He wanted to yell at
He's an angry
somebody.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's yelling at all the people downtown right now. Like, you in the way.
Right.
It's funny. Well, that's it.
Well, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye bye.